Badly Drawn Stories by Lonely Daryl. When I was younger, I used to draw a lot. I mean, usually it was stick figures, and I would draw these really stupid comics just out of boredom. And there was this one guy who would look over my shoulder, and he would read them, and I would let him read it, and he would tell me how cool they were. And like, I thought he actually liked the comics kind of thing. But one day he came up to me, and he was like, "Nah, man, I just told you that to be nice." And I was like, "Oh." So then I never drew another comic or trusted anyone who would pay me a compliment. Moving on! Today I am talking about the Game Boy Advance SP. Yes, it's a pretty good portable system. I had about 3 games total for it when I was a little kid. But more specifically, we're talking about this Game Boy, or GBA, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I have a story with this specific Game Boy, as you can imagine. I call it an odyssey full of stupid decisions and me standing around as a dumb kid and decided to sell all his stuff to make a quick buck. Basically, I've made a lot of terrible decisions involving GameStop. I hate them. They're evil. They might be alright. But I have thrown away a lot of money there selling games and such, but those stories are for another time, so let's just say there are a lot of items I had as a kid that I no longer have because I sold them at garage sales or GameStop. The story about my Game Boy involved my brother in an act of brotherly betrayal, like some kind of Greek tragedy or whatever, except no one died. I don't think they did. There was a local game store, and I remember wanting to sell my GBA there. And I think I sold Pokemon Coliseum there and possibly Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Yeah, I know. Ready your Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. Fire when ready. I'm sorry. I almost sold my Game Boy for like 20 bucks there. And my brother stopped me, which now I think, yes, that was a good thing because I still have it today and it's like, it's around. But I think he gave me $5 for it because there was a family discount or whatever. Like, that's how he phrased it. So that kind of annoys me. Important detail, this was because I got a Nintendo DS at that time, and so I didn't need a Game Boy Advance anymore, and well, I ended up selling that DS too. I know, it was a mistake! But now, the story is all jumbled up in my brain now, so I'm not sure if this is what really happened, but I wanted my Game Boy back, and it might have been like I didn't want to buy it back for the $5 I got for it. I just wanted it back, so I was kind of a brat if that was the case. In my head, I'm thinking he wanted me to pay more for it, but here's the kicker. The main reason I'm kind of salty about it overall is he never played the thing. I think maybe he played old Game Boy games on it. He didn't have any GBA games for it, though. That was the point. I mean, I do think the GBA is nicer because it has the backlit light thing, so you can play it in the dark and shiz. Yeah, you don't need that stupid light lamp thing that hooks onto the thing. He ended up giving it to my dad, and my dad played Tetris on it like every night. I was alright with that. I think that was the moment where I was like, oh, whatever, he can have it. Like, he enjoys playing it. I did start looking at other Game Boys, like, a little more recent, like 4 years ago, maybe. And my brother got me the blue one you saw before for Christmas, so that was nice. And it came with a game, so I'll probably review that on this here channel sooner or later at some point. Now, you might be wondering, wait, if you got a new one, why do you still have that old red one that you grew up with? Well, my dad was cleaning up stuff, and he was just like, I don't want this anymore, and just gave it to me, and I was like, oh, alright. I think I did say something about I already have one, but he was just like, take it. So now I have it. I probably should, but oh well. You know, I'm kind of sad now thinking about it. Like, I ended up having 10 GBA games that I got from garage sales and junk. Places I don't remember getting them. But I ended up selling the games where I'm left with like 4 or 5 games. 3 are the ones I mentioned before that were like the only ones I had as a kid for a while. I think all in all, I am glad my brother bought the GBA because it's still around and not with some random stranger that goes by the name of Joe. Nothing wrong with Joe, I'm just saying I'm glad I have the good old GBA still. That story was a lot more anticlimactic than I thought. Like, I sold it to my bro for a cheap price, then he gave it to my dad, and my dad gave it back to me after my bro bought a new one for Christmas. Like, it ain't that riveting of a tale. If you enjoyed the boring story anyway, you can hit the subscribe button, you know, if you want, and click that bell button so you can get notified when the next bad drawing video is posted. I mean, I plan to do more, but they're going to probably be more interesting. I would hope so. But that's up to you if you want to do it. I'm just saying, the option is there. I'm not telling you what to do. The choice is yours! Also random, but there is a GBA game I want to review kind of soon in this format, so this was like my test run to like kind of make sure this is kind of a format I want to like keep doing, but we'll see how things go. Alright, so thanks for watching and bearing with my bad drawings, and you might see more of them. Very terrible drawings, stick figures and junk. But see you later!